Have you ever met a man who seems calm under pressure, thrives alone, and carries himself with a certain unspoken depth? He might be what many call a sigma male, someone who doesn't fit neatly into the alpha or beta categories, yet commands respect in his own mysterious way. But here's the question. Is this quiet confidence something they're born with, or does life's ups and downs shape them into who they are? Today, we're digging into 10 specific areas where nature might collide with nurture to form the sigma male's personality. Let's begin. Number 1. Early signs of independence in childhood. During childhood, many sigma males seem to exhibit self-reliance that goes beyond ordinary independence. A young boy might immerse himself for hours in a single activity, constructing elaborate Lego cities, sketching futuristic inventions, or reading books that challenge him intellectually. He does this without relying on peers or siblings for entertainment, as though he's perfectly happy in his own mental playground. Some psychologists suggest this could be tied to genetics, a predisposition to find internal stimulation more rewarding than external validation. Others argue it might stem from environmental factors. If the child grew up in a hectic household where attention was scarce, or in a family that actively encouraged creativity and autonomy, he might have learned to depend on himself by necessity. Either way, the outcome is a child who grows comfortable forging his own path, which may lay the foundation for sigma traits in adulthood. Number 2. Innate curiosity versus learned behavior. Sigma males often display an intense drive to understand how the world works. They'll question statements and theories until they're satisfied that what they've learned stands up to scrutiny. This curiosity might appear in small ways, such as a fascination with disassembling electronics to see their internal mechanisms, or in grander pursuits, like mastering a new skill well beyond what's required of them. Some men claim they've always had this hunger for knowledge, describing it as an unexplainable urge that pushes them to dig deeper. Others can pinpoint a moment or series of experiences, perhaps witnessing contradictory information from authority figures or stumbling upon glaring inconsistencies in daily life, that spark their distrust of surface-level explanations. Regardless of whether it's inborn or developed, this ceaseless curiosity often becomes a hallmark of the sigma mindset. Not taking anything for granted, always probing, always seeking more comprehensive truths. Number 3. Comparisons to introversion and ambiversion. At a glance, sigma males can appear almost textbook introverted. They avoid large social gatherings, don't seek the spotlight, and might come across as reserved. The reality, though, can be more nuanced. Some exhibit traits of what psychologists call ambiversion. They can participate in social events without apparent discomfort, but only up to a point. Afterward, they need significant alone time to decompress. One theory is that certain men are born with a nervous system that gets overstimulated by busy or loud environments. Another suggests they acquire these patterns after repeated disappointments, like shallow conversations or forced interactions, that taught them true connection is rare in large groups. Thus, they gravitate toward calm, controlled interactions where they can converse meaningfully. This blend of social adaptability and solitude-loving behavior is why they're not strictly introverted, but not extroverted either, keeping them firmly in that mysterious sigma territory. Number 4. Path of the lone wolf. Chosen or forced. Sigmas are known for their lone wolf tendencies, operating outside typical social structures and avoiding the hierarchy battles that define many group dynamics. The question is whether they choose this route willingly or end up there after a series of negative experiences. Some men, from an early age, just never liked the idea of belonging to any specific clique or circle. They found it confining and unnecessary. Others might have started in friend groups or social circles, but were burned by betrayal, drama, or controlling behavior within those groups. These experiences can push a person to rely on himself, concluding that collective commitments aren't worth the emotional drain. In either scenario, the result is a man who stands apart, trusting his own counsel far more than any group consensus. Was he born to walk alone, or did life events steer him that way? That's the riddle defining the Sigma's solitary path. Number 5. Stoicism, nature or nurture. Sigmas often project a calm confidence, especially under stress. They rarely let emotions run wild in public, maintaining a composed exterior even in trying situations. This calmness might trace back to a genetic predisposition toward emotional resilience, a natural ability to regulate stress hormones and keep a level head. Alternatively, it may be the byproduct of life lessons learned the hard way. A man who's been through turbulent family conflicts or highly charged romantic entanglements might have observed that reacting emotionally only poured fuel on the fire. Over time, he might train himself to process anger, fear, or sadness internally so he can tackle problems logically. This stoic attitude often makes people believe Sigmas are distant or unattached, when in reality they could be deeply invested. They've just honed the discipline not to let chaotic emotions rule their actions. Number 6. Limitless curiosity versus overthinking. Many Sigmas possess a deeply analytical approach to life. They scrutinize the smallest details, plan meticulously, and consider dozens of what-if scenarios before making a move. In a best-case scenario, this leads to well-thought-out decisions and minimal regrets. However, there's a fine line between productive analysis and paralyzing overthinking. Some men might be naturally inclined toward intellectual rigor, viewing every challenge as a puzzle to be solved. Others may have developed these habits after witnessing or experiencing the fallout of impulsive actions, deciding it's safer to think through every angle. The risk lies in analysis turning into an action, where the fear of missed variables prevents them from acting at all. That delicate balance, staying thorough without getting stuck, can be a lifelong struggle, shaped by a mix of inherent tendencies and learned caution. Number 7. Belief in self-teaching over formal education. Sigmas often challenge the idea that formal schooling is the best or only way to learn. They might have quit college, chosen unconventional career paths, or taught themselves complex skills through online tutorials or real-world experimentation. The underlying cause could be an inborn rebellious streak against rigid structures and rules, or it might be a logical conclusion after encountering teachers who didn't inspire or systems that failed to adapt to individual needs. For some, this approach to self-teaching is fueled by tangible success stories. Perhaps they discovered they learned faster on their own than their classmates did under traditional instruction. Whether driven by innate independence or disillusionment with educational norms, they frequently end up thriving through self-learned methods, bolstering their confidence and relying on personal grit rather than institutional frameworks. Number 8. Prioritizing logic over emotion. Sigma males are commonly described as rational operators who base decisions on facts and practicality. This might be a natural inclination, with their brains hardwired to parse data points more readily than emotional cues. Alternatively, it could reflect a life shaped by personal or second-hand lessons, seeing how unchecked emotions lead to hasty choices and bigger messes taught them to keep feelings in check. This doesn't imply they lack empathy. In many cases, they're simply adept at compartmentalizing emotional responses so they can handle crisis swiftly. Whether this logical mindset is embedded in their DNA or a response to repeated emotional turmoil remains open for debate, but it remains a core characteristic that sets them apart from those who make choices based on fleeting passions. Number 9. Fascination with life's gray areas. While many people seek clarity through black and white moral codes or absolute truths, Sigmas are drawn to the murky middle zones. They often explore the contradictions in social norms or ethical dilemmas, never fully satisfied with simple yes or no answers. This might reflect a natural cognitive style, one that inherently questions absolutes from childhood onward. Alternatively, it can develop after witnessing people or institutions they trusted fail to live up to rigid principles. These lived contradictions may compel Sigmas to question everything, concluding that most situations aren't entirely good or bad. This perspective can make them more tolerant and open-minded, yet it can also isolate them from peers who prefer certainty over complexity. Number 10. An old soul vibe from a young age. Many Sigmas give off an old soul impression, as though they carry a wisdom or maturity beyond their years. They might have been the teenager who preferred deep conversations with adults over playful banter with classmates. Some attribute this to inborn personality traits, suggesting their neural wiring nudges them toward introspection and empathy from early childhood. Others say hardships accelerated their personal growth. Maybe a string of family problems or major responsibilities at a young age forced them to mature faster than their peers. That combination of innate depth and real-world adversity can give Sigmas a gravitas that people often find both intriguing and intimidating. So, are Sigma males born or made? The truth isn't black and white, just as Sigmas themselves might predict. Some men might show these traits from the cradle, while others develop them after facing a storm of hardships and lessons. In the end, it's up to you to decide which holds more weight, nature or nurture. Maybe it's a mix of both, a dance between innate temperament and the challenges life throws at us. Do you agree with the points I mentioned in this video? We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. For more deep dives into the Sigma male mindset, be sure to check out our other videos. Thank you for watching and being a part of our community. If you're ready to continue your journey toward achieving greatness, hit the like button and subscribe so you won't miss out on future videos. Click here to see why Sigma males avoid social gatherings.